Hello stock traders, I hope all of you had a good day. In aftermarket, looks like we're going to have a good day tomorrow. Things are looking pretty good and looking up for tomorrow's trading day. So looking forward to making some trades and finding those stocks that'll take us to the next level. So today I'm going to review what happened on Thursday's trading day, and I'm going to give you a new top 7 for Friday. And we got some new stocks to talk about that are in the top 7 and others. And so there's some new stuff to cover and to go through. So I'm looking forward to that. If you were following the top 7 from yesterday, you would have had probably around a 0.92% loss. Some of the stocks in there did not do as well as they did the previous day, but overall, month to date, we are at a 2.28% gain, which I think is pretty good. My personal gain for the day was 5.67% gain, so I had a really good day, and I did that with a lot of picks that were in the standard group. And there were members in our standard Patreon that had as much as an 8% gain with some of the call options and some of the different stocks that were being called out in there today. Year to date, I am at a 946% gain. So of course I am thrilled about that. Looking forward to taking it to the next level. Finishing off this record year strong for me. So really looking forward to it. Hopefully you have had a great year also and looking forward to finishing strong. So day trading today, I day traded a couple of stocks. The first one this morning was LIZI, and I traded this in pre-market because it had such high volume and a great news event. And so I looked for what I look for as far as doing a day trade. It hit all the indicators and I bought LIZI and EVK, and I was able to trade those two in pre-market. This was just during pre-market, and once the market opened, I stopped day trading. I didn't day trade anything else. But I had a 13.9% gain day trading today, and so that was a very successful day. So the call of the day, definitely for me anyway, was CON options, CONN options. Boy, it did really great for me today. That stock performed well. I had some call options in that and did very well, and that was a call out from my friend John in the standard group. Very good pick. All right, so I got some sales to report from the top 7, and so here we go. I sold COTY for a 4.56% gain, so finally was up in this stock and took advantage and took my profits, and then sold MRVI for a 2.44% loss. That would have been 3 days since insider activity, and it did not appear to have enough. It wasn't really reacting well. I didn't like the price action, so it was time to move on. Not hold it. You know, opportunity cost is a real thing. Not hold it. Moved on, sold it. I'm going to find something new and something good that we're going to talk about in this list. It is so important that you learn as an investor, whether you're a beginner or more advanced. It is so important to learn how to take profits. And I have a little bit of a rule that I like to follow, and it all depends upon the situation. If I have a stock surging, like we did earlier in November where we had FPRX that was really surging and moving upwards. If I have a stock surging, I will wait until the momentum stops before selling it. But that is an unnormal situation. That's a stock that's really surging in after hours, that's really taking off. That's what I call a runner. And if I don't have that, but I am 100% up in a stock or an option, this is just a really good thing that I've learned to do. I will sell half. And that way I guarantee myself gains because I just play with house money the other half. And so that takes the stress away from it. I know I've made a good trade, but yet I can let that ride and not stress it out. This is something that a lot of great investors do. And I've learned this little trick and it really works well for me just to not have stress on a stock that's already been 100% up. I'm not worried about it. If that stock goes to 200-300%, that's great. I still have half in it and I can still make money on it, but I don't fret that kind of stuff. You know, I've just learned to take profits, and it's really important that you learn how to do that. There are lots of great techniques like that you learn in trading over the years. We have a way to shorten that. We have this Patreon group, and we have different levels of that group, and a lot of great investors inside of there. If you are looking for fantastic strategies, if you're looking for stock picks, that basic level is great for the insider trades. I do those, and then also the top 7s. If you want the newest information information, that's the place to do it. But in the standard group, we have a call options room. We have a penny stock room. There is lots of stuff going on. There's the overall chat and lots of smart people in there that are really trying to help one another. So if you are looking for help and you're looking to be part of a group, we will make more money together than apart. Please check it out. We have a link in the description down below. All right, let's get to the top 7 and others because there are quite a few stocks to cover. We have some new ones in the list. So let's start with the others. So we have a couple extras here. And the first one is BIIB. This is Biogen. On Thursday, this finished down 1.15%. My average in it is $247.77. Since calling this out in the Discord group, it is down 1.49%. The reason why I like it is because the CEO bought shares, $748,000 worth, so it was a good amount. I would call that a very significant transaction, and that was done at $241.31. I also like the analysts have a very high target on the stock of $291.40. So there's plenty of upside, and this stock could definitely run. So Biogen has been a good one for me in the past, and I expect it to be good going forward. All right, the next that's not in the top 7 but is a good stock is ELYS, and this is LS Gaming. On Thursday, this finished down 1.06%, so just a little bit down. My average in it is $2.28, and if you got in on this when I first recommended it, you love this stock as much as I do. Why? Because we're 21.93% since calling it out in our Discord, so it's really moved well. And the reason why I liked it originally was because the CEO bought shares at $2.09 a share, and they had a fantastic earnings report, and I did something I normally don't do. I held through earnings. I did that because I felt like the stock was already such a great value and it didn't have much to drop. Analysts have an average target on the stock of $5.36, and so there is tons of upside to play with here, and I think that this one will continue to do well. Number 7, so now we're to the top 7, is CLSD, and this is brand new to the list, and this probably does not deserve to be number 7, but it is. On Thursday, this finished up 4.37%. My average in it is $2.11, and since calling this out in our Discord group, it is up 9%, so it's really done well after just one day. And this is Clearside Biometrics, and 10% owner. Bradford Whitmore purchased shares at $1.95 a share, sending the stock soaring immediately. And so I called it out right away, and a lot of us got into it. The other thing I really like about this stock is the average analyst target for this is $5.80. So a high analyst target with insider activity. This one should really do well. That's worked for me in the past, and I think that will work going forward. All right, number 6 is Foot Locker, and this one is brand new to the list. And on Thursday, this finished up 3.55%. My average in it is $39.44. Since calling this out in our Discord, it is up 3.55%. But Daniel Kredinsky bought $37 million worth of shares. Yes, I said $37 million worth of shares, all at $38.28. It was an open market transaction. Analysts have an average target price on this stock of Foot Locker at $52 a share, so it is a good value right now. 20% upside to the analyst target, and so with that big insider activity, this is one that I think will slowly climb, and it should really do well. All right, number 5, and this one did not have a good day today, but it's still in the top 7, and I know it's going to be great. This is ANTX, ATNX, and on Thursday this finished down 6.13%, which was really surprising to me. Anyway, my average in it's $13.42. I'm not worried at all because of all the catalysts coming up. Since calling this out in our Discord, it is down 5.29%, but lots of insider activity in the last 2 months. So there's been lots of directors and different officers load up small amounts of shares over a long period of time, and they have phase data coming out, so that is expected on December 9th. So there's another catalyst. And yet we have another catalyst at the end of the month because they have a PDUFA date scheduled with the FDA for December 30th, and analysts have an average target on this stock of $27.41. That is about 100% upside, and so this stock has a lot going for it. So I know ANTX is going to do well. I'm not even worried about it, even though it's a little bit down since calling it out. Number 4 is CHMA. This is Chiasma, and on Thursday this finished up 1.15%. 1.5%. My average in it is $4.33. Since calling this out in our Discord, it is up 1.84%. And David Stock, director, bought $106,000 worth at $4.27 a share. And analysts have an average target on the stock at $13.80. So that is a 300% upside. I would really like that. I'd love to see that. I think that would be terrific, but I think that this one is going to be good for the next week at least, and it's going to do very, very well. All right, number three. Number three is brand new to the list, and this is Black Hills, BKH. And on Thursday, it finished down 1.71%. My average in it is $59.98. Since calling this out in our Discord, it is even. So it hasn't gone up, it hasn't gone down. So if you're watching this on YouTube and you are not a member, this would be a good one to get in because you really haven't missed anything on it, even though we called it out. It just hasn't moved yet. I do think it will. Why? Because Kathleen McAllister bought $123,000 worth at $61.86. So Kathleen, I got a better price than you did. Ha ha. Ha. All right, analysts have an average target on this stock at $72.13. So I think this one is going to do great and should move way up. Okay, number two. Number two, man, does it have a lot of insider activity. I am super bullish on this stock. I think it's going to go crazy. And this is ReproMed Systems. So this is KRMD. On Thursday, it only finished up 0.38%. My average in it's $4.90. Since calling this out in our Discord, it is up 8.87%. John Fletcher, director, bought shares 2 different days, and today the CFO bought shares. And I love CFO transactions. No one knows a company better than the CFO, and so when they buy shares, that is the officer you want to buy. Analysts have an average target on the stock of $10.20. That is over 100% upside, and I think KRMD is going to absolutely fly. There has to be some sort of news. There are lots of directors loading up on this, and so it's not just the CFO. And so I think it's really going to do well. All right, number one is RAVE Restaurant, RAVE. And on Thursday, this finished up 10.50%. This one is brand new to the list. My average in it's $1.02. Since calling this out, it is down 0.98%. Okay, so this is kind of unfair because I'm basing this off what I paid for it. Well, I admit, maybe I got into FOMO, saw the insider activity, saw that it was a low float stock, and so I just went in. I didn't scale in like I typically do. It was really a terrible entry. Most people in the group got a much better entry than I did, but I think this one's a possible short squeeze. Why? There's about 1 million shares worth that need to be covered in the next day or so. So this one is one that can really, really fly, and so it has a low float also. So those two things combined can create the situation where shorts have to cover and this thing could really move. And that's what I'm hoping for. But Dane Fendley, the senior VP of finance, bought shares today in the middle of the day, just reported shares. And I think this is one that can really fly, and I think it's about to break out. I'm really hopeful that that's what's going to happen, but I think that RAVE is one that's going to do well. And in after hours tonight, it was down around 98 cents. That would have been a perfect entry point. So anyway, I think that stock's going to do great, and there's a lot of great ones on the list. So I do a lot of work for this list. If you please do me a favor and please hit that most amazing and wonderful like button. Also, if you haven't done so before and or you're seeing me for the first time, please subscribe. Turn on those bell notifications so you get notified when one of these lists come out. My goal is that you be successful trading. I know that with insider activity, each and every year, no matter what, that you can make 300% gains. And you might think I'm crazy, but I'm telling you, insider activity is the news before the news. And anyone who's watched these videos over the last about 6 months since we've been doing this have experienced some of these great trades like FPRX that ran 350%. We've had a lot of really great runners. There's been multiple stocks that have really done well, like Safehold, for example, that did so well. And people bought call options on that and made 200 to 300% on it. We had Volt that had massive insider activity. I made 1400% on a call option on Volts. Anyway, there's just so many great stocks to choose from, and in this list, if you stick with it, I know that you will see great gains. Anyway, I'm wishing you the best for tomorrow, and hopefully all of us have a fantastic weekend, and Raythoven out.